Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third party review. Thanks to the guys over at Robot Kingdom. Today I am taking a look at the fifth member of the Planet X Dino lineup. It is Vulcun, aka Fall of Cybertron Grimlock. The box is what we've come to expect from the Planet X line, with the graphics on the front there of Grimlock's chest, and we go around to the arms. At the back there we've got a nice digital image of Grimlock looking menacing, very much what we got with the game. And on the side here we've got your basic warnings. Let's crack him open. Here he is out of the box, and once again Planet X has not disappointed. He looks phenomenal. Here he is alongside the Hasbro original offering of Grimlock. And don't get me wrong, I liked Grimlock. He was good. He was a nice change to what we were getting. But he was hollow, the plastic was a bit flimsy, and unfortunately, even with his little Iron Factory upgrade kit, he still didn't quite cut it with the rest of the Planet X team. Now, Vulcun, however, Vulcun looks like a king. In all seriousness, he is really, really good. Fantastic plastic quality. Again, Planet X seem to have upped their game. I said it with the slag figure they released. They just seem to be getting better and better. Let's just take a closer look at that sculpt. A fantastic resemblance to the game. We have light piping at the back of the head, and I mean, that's a huge chunk of light piping as well. Loads of light getting in there. Really, really nice sculpt. Looks so good. I love that really buffed out pectoral area of the chest. It's got a nice ab section going on there. Do you like the pose? He looks very authoritarian. Yeah, genuinely happy. Nice big chunky shoulder pads there. I love the translucent plastic on the shoulder. Catches the light really, really well. Going down to the legs, we've got very similar sculpt to what we got with the Hasbro legs, except they're full. They're full and they have weight and girth to them. Kibble-wise, I think that's actually pretty acceptable. The head actually does tuck in just a tad more. There we go. Great sculpt there. Loving the look of that. You've got the itty bitty dino hands on the back there as well. Very well balanced figure. I mean, he does feel, in hand, he does feel quite back heavy, but just the sheer size and girth of his feet there, incredibly well balanced. Pretty sure Grimlock's not a fan of using the high kick as a combat technique, but it works. Like I said, really well balanced. Let's cover the articulation. The head can look up that much, down that much, left and right. The shoulders can go up and down. Really nice range up and down there, real fluid movement. We can turn them all the way around. We've got rotation at the bicep. We have got, see that there? The actual bicep muscle itself comes in and out of that shoulder joint, and then we get the rest of the motion on the elbow. That's nice. And it doesn't look ridiculous coming out of there either. They've actually put like a piston section in the inside there. Just attention to detail. Hasbro, that's what you were missing. The hands rotate. The fingers are on a pin and are interlocked. Waist rotates. The head does slightly clash with the back section there, but nothing that's going to bother me. The legs moved forward that much, back that much. Nice friction joint out to the side there, which gives us a really vast range of motion. No need to just click through the ratchets, you just got a really nice fluid motion there. You have an upper thigh swivel. It's actually just above the knee. I think maybe I would have liked the thigh swivel a little bit higher, but I guess we got a full range actually in the groin there, so as long as we got a thigh swivel in there somewhere. Nice ratchets on the knees there, bending it at approximately 90 degrees. Come down to the feet, and this front section here is on a ball joint, so we can rotate that left and right, giving us some nice pivoting. Forward motion there, and downward motion. The heel spur does move, but it also moves independently as well, so we can move that up and down. I just love how the legs are completely filled in with this guy. They're not hollow like we got with Hasbro. Now, although the back of the feet don't actually turn, we've still got a fairly wide stance with Grimlock. Now, I briefly touched on the weapons at the beginning of the video, and here they are. They are freaking huge. Just look at them. This is for the Cybertron Takara Optimus Prime. I found him at the bottom of the box. I haven't had him on display, and I thought, well, we're doing for the Cybertron, let's bring him out. Man, he is tiny. Absolutely tiny. Just look at the size of that sword. Look at it. Incredibly well detailed. The base of the hilt just pulls down and you can slide the peg through the hand. And look at this shield. Look at the gorgeous detailing on that. That is incredibly well done. That's how you make a big Energon shield. Wow, poor little tiny Prime. And because Vulcan's weapons just have the standard peg, we can also mount them on his leg, on his arm, and in various different positions. Now, I don't always display my bots with their weapons, but man, Vulcan, he looks like a Dino Viking. And do you know what else I love about him? It's not just the Planet X figures he looks amazing with. Now, this is my personal favourite setup. Here he is with Shapeshift Inc.'s Ironhide, based on the Fall of Cybertron version and the comics. Yeah, these two look insanely good. I normally have Ironhide posed up with all my Dinobots in their Dino modes, but with Grimlock being here now, I think things are about to change. And here's a quick scale comparison for you guys out there that are Generations fans. Now, of course, Grimlock is a very aggressive, awesome looking robot, but he does in fact transform. So let's get him changed up into his Dino T-Rex mode. Let's just pull the handle off the back there, pull the handle out of his hand, and remove his shield. And just put his hands up in the air like he just doesn't care. That's the first step. And you want to just rotate his body to the side, so he's just here. And we're going to be doing this leg, so you want to rotate again, so he's facing the leg that we're doing. Right, we're going to pull this section off the back here, and this whole section here, that's going to move. You want to drop the knee down, like so. With the leg bent, this section here is on a hinge, so it can rock nicely out of the way. We can just bring that forward and pass the leg. No clearance issues there at all. This section here has got a bit of elasticity to it. You're not putting any additional pressure onto that, and it clears that leg nicely. Grab the foot peg and bring that down like so. Now bring the arms back down, rotate them at the upper bicep, and bring the hand down and the back section down, and they're going to tab together, hiding Grimlock's robot fist like so. Bring Grimlock's arms forward, and then we've got to relocate this chest. We do that the same way as we've done with pretty much every other Planet X figure. It's tabbed in just at the top here. Just applying pressure, we can pull this whole chest section forwards, and that's going to rock downwards. And these tabs are then going to relocate on the underside there and tab in. So you're left with his head like this. Come around to the back of the head section, and this is all going to kind of flip around. So what we're going to do, this black tab here tabs these two sections here together. We're just going to untab those like this. This head section is going to lift out of here, and this whole assembly on the back here is on a large hinge. Just lift that up out of the way. If you look at this grey peg here, we can rotate this back assembly around behind Grimlock. So just turn it around like so, and you get the idea. This section is going to flip over his head. With Grimlock's head pushed back, untab this section here, lift the head forwards like so, bring these up and over, and as we bring them up and over, they can re-tab together like so, and this grey section here is going to slot down into there like that. The head can then tilt forward. This is now going to slide in to the back of the head and slot in like so, forming the back of the neck. Hold this section up for now. Rotate the toes around, and there's this section just in the back here. That's actually going to push through the back of the foot. And as we push that through, that's going to bring this toe section forwards, and that's just going to clear this section here. The toe is going to go backwards into the foot, and we're just going to bring that round to this position. Come round to the legs and make sure that they're tabbed together. Rock this joint forwards, and there's a tab here and a tab here. And there's these two pegs here. We're going to try and line those up like so. There is also, I don't know if you can see it, there's a small grey tab just on the inside of the arm, and there's a corresponding hole on the underside of the leg as well. So you're trying to line up 4 tabs in total. With those tabbed in, bring this section down, and that's going to press into the top of those legs, just reinforcing that security. Rotate the head around. Now the tail section really confused me because I couldn't figure out how I can get these to go sideways. They don't. First of all, you want to unfold the middle of the tail and then the tip. And basically this tail section here with the double hinge, that's actually going to form the bottom of the tail, and this one here is going to form the top. So we bring that one up, lift this one up to make sure that hinge is sat inside like so. And basically you just want to tally up these joints. They're a bit tricky to push in to begin with, but they do all fasten in. We can then just negotiate these legs accordingly. Just bring the hip up and those in, and then bring the little dino arms down and down. And there we have Grimlock transformed up into his T-Rex mode. I love it. Absolutely love it. Like I say, got very confused by the tail because you just expect it to come in left to right and join, but instead it went from top to bottom. That really did catch me out. The pegs don't peg in amazingly. The underside is very, very tight, and when you push those in, the top section here does tend just to pop up a little bit, but I think it's the positioning of these vents. They have to be exactly right for it to stay into position. But all in all, that is a glorious representation of the fall of Cybertron Grimlock. And we have an articulated tail. Left and right and left and right and left and right. We don't really have a great deal up and down, but I think that is insanely good. The teeth are very, very sharp, guys. Please be very careful. They are extremely sharp. Now we do have the pegging in points on both sides of the legs, so we can place the weapons on there if you see fit. I especially love how he's kept the arm articulation in his leg mode. to give him some really kind of running dynamic posing. As far as articulation actually goes, we have rotation on the head, left and right. It can look up and it can look down. The jaw, sharp teeth included, does open. There is a gun on the inside there. The arms go up, down, bend at the elbow, bend at the wrist, kind of open and close that claw. The legs can go that far forward and that far backwards. We do have outwards motion. We have rotation there. We have the moving forwards and back. I really love how deep that knee looks. And we have forwards and backwards on the toe. But unfortunately, we do lose the pivot. I don't have to say a lot with this. I'll just give you these two on the screen at the same time. Oh dear. Yeah. Cheers, Planet X. And here we have Team Planet X. They look grand, don't they? It's not too late to jump on the Planet X wagon, guys. You can still order these. I think Callus is probably the hardest one to get right now, but I'm so glad I got them all. And Paddles is in the works as well. I cannot wait to get Paddles. Fall of Cybertron was a good game, and I'm glad that the characters are finally starting to get some well-deserved love. Here he is with Masterpiece Grimlock. And here he is with Reximus Prime. So there we have it, guys. That is Planet X Vulcun. He's a very good all-round figure. Bot mode is fantastic. Dinosaur mode is a huge improvement over his Hasbro counterpart. My personal opinion, these will scale fantastically well with your Legends figures. Some of you may wish to display them with your Fall of Cybertron Deluxe figures, but I personally think the Legends class scale does go better and kind of more accurate to the game, in my opinion. Either way, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. This is by far the best and most solid product Planet X have given us to date. My previous favourite was, of course, Slag, and this guy has knocked him straight out of the ring. Grimlock truly is the one and only king, and Planet X have done him proud. Thanks again to the guys over at Robot Kingdom, and until next time, goodbye.